Hello, boys and girls. As a little bit of a review, on Monday we talked about the central idea of articles, we talked about claims, and we also talked about counterclaims. Yesterday we talked about reasons and the reasons why that would help support your claims. Today we're going to talk about putting it all together and writing some strong paragraphs. Tomorrow we'll talk about using some evidence to kind of support your reasons. So in an essay, you are going to have body paragraphs that help support your claim. Your main claim is going to basically turn into your thesis statement, and then you'll have a paragraph for each of the reasons that you came up with to help support your claim. This is very similar to what we did in the district attorney, where we had groupings of evidence, and then we picked reasons, and then we also described those reasons in detail. So we're going to use some examples. I'm going to show you the example that we used yesterday for when we worked in our groups to write the claim and to come up with some reasons. So we have our topic, should schools get rid of grades? Now, I made a decision. I decided, you know what, I think that schools should get rid of grades. That's the claim that I'm going to make. Now, eventually this will turn into an introduction paragraph. You can see over here I have where it says introduction. And I came up with some reasons. I have this first reason here, grades do not share what a student has truly learned. I'm going to end up turning that into my first body paragraph. My second one that says everyone becomes fixated on a letter or number rather than true education. I'm going to turn that into another paragraph. And then finally, my last body paragraph will be grading scales are subjective and teachers creating confusion. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on this very first one. Grades do not share what a student has truly learned. Body paragraph number 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a body paragraph. The first thing I'm going to do is to choose a transition word or phrase. Now, if you look at the document that I've given you in Google Classroom, which I'll do in a second here, it's going to show you a bunch of different things you can use, a bunch of different transitions or words or phrases that you can use. I'm going to choose to begin. I'm going to make sure I put a comma after that as well, too. Then I'm going to add the reason that I'm going to have for this particular paragraph. I'm going to say grades do not share what a student has truly learned. This is going to be my first reason and also the very first body paragraph that I have for my essay. I'm going to have my introduction. It's going to have my thesis statement that's going to state my claim. Then this is the first thing that I'm going to talk about. Then I'm going to start to think about this. I want to talk about the reasons why. This first reason, I want to talk in some more detail. I want to give some more support for this first reason that I'm using here. And so I've come up with a few. What you can do here is you can create a bulleted list. I would suggest trying to make these into as full sentences as possible, but if you just want to jot some ideas down, that's okay. Eventually, we will end up turning each of these bullet points that you make in here into another sentence. So I was thinking about this, and I thought grades do not share what a student has truly learned, and I thought I'm going to come up with some more detail, kind of explain this a little bit further to my readers. And I thought the first thing I'm going to talk about is that a student may have received an A, but not actually learned that much. So again, this is going to be a sentence that I use. I'm also going to say something about how a student may have received a C, but learned a lot and tried really hard, because that's also another point that's going to help support my first reason. Another thing that I might mention is that it all depends on what a student comes to class already knowing and the rubric that's used. That's also another thing that's going to help support my first reason and give it maybe a little bit more details. A letter grade does not provide a student with feedback on learning, but labels them as A, B, C, D, or F. And so this is going to be the last thing that I talk about in this particular paragraph. Now, each of these, I've already made them into a sentence. If you just had a couple ideas, you might need to change them into sentences before you turn them into an actual paragraph. The last thing you want to have is what's known as a closing sentence. This is basically going to restate what you've said for your reasons. Grades do not share what a student has truly learned. This is going to basically kind of rehash this and restate what you said at the very beginning of the paragraph. Overall, grades do not communicate what has actually been learned. You can't really see what that last part was supposed to say, been learned. Finally, what we want to do, and this is what I'm going to be asking you to do, we want you to turn this into a paragraph. And you can see that when I go to the next page and you see this paragraph, you'll be able to see all the stuff that we put in here. This transition, this first sentence, and all these ideas or sentences, and as well as this closing sentence, are going to be in this paragraph. So this is how it looks like when we turn it into an actual paragraph. You'll notice some of the wording has changed. You'll notice I also add some transitions throughout the paragraph, which is very important. So this is what this is going to look like. I'm going to read this to you. To begin, grades do not share what a student has truly learned. A student may have received an A, but did not learn very much from a unit. In addition, you can see the transition there, a student may have received a C, but learned a lot. It all depends on the rubric and what a student comes to class already knowing. The grade doesn't show that the C student actually tried much harder than the A student. Instead, grades tend to label students as A, B, C, D, or F. Overall, these grades do not communicate what has actually been learned. I think that may have been cut off of the video, but you'll be able to see that in the example. What I would like you to do for your independent work time is I want you to pick one of the arguments that we talked about yesterday. And I'll put all these questions, I'll list them in Google Classroom, but these are the ones, if you remember, these are the ones that are similar, that say, do video games cause violence? Can you buy happiness? All those questions that we talked about. And again, those will be in Google Classroom. I want you to open up the document that's called Day 3 Worksheet. I want you to do just like what I did over here and fill out these different areas. I want you to choose a transition word or phrase, write your reason that you're going to use for this particular paragraph. Remember, that's not your claim. That's just one of the reasons. Grades do not share what a student has fully learned. Helps support my claim, which is students should get rid, or schools should get rid of grades. I'm sorry. Then I want you to fill out the rest of the organizer. I want you to unpack this and have some more supporting details to help support this first reason that you're going to talk about in this paragraph. Then finally, for the graphic organizer, I want you to write a closing sentence that restates the first sentence that is in your paragraph or your topic sentence. Finally, I want you to turn all this information into a paragraph that is going to look just like this. And again, this paragraph is going to be in that document as well, so you want to take a look at that. So your end product, by the time you finish everything, you should have this particular area looking very similar to this, and then you should end with a paragraph that looks pretty much just like that. All right, if you have any questions, I will be in the classroom today. You can raise your hand and ask those questions. If not, thank you very much.